Hey there! Welcome to my channel. My name's Elfbuggin, and if you haven't been to my channel before, my channel is about finding my style as an illustrator and falling in love with my work again. So this video, I know I have this really cool cowgirl up right now. She's actually going to be a part of my next video, but I'm just going to put her on the screen right now. You guys can look at her. My video today is actually about my 1-year mark on YouTube. And just celebrating all the things I learned. A huge thank you to all the subs that I have. We're gonna get into that in a minute. But just a commemorative video talking about being on YouTube for a year. So if we're getting right into it, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to every single person who has watched my shorts, watched any of my videos, commented, liked, subscribed. It has meant so much to me. Honestly, as I talk about it, I'm in shock right now because I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I have a belief that I think everyone should. They don't have to, but I'm saying starting a YouTube channel has been so freeing and so interesting. I've learned so much about myself and what I like and who I am, which is great because the whole purpose of me making the channel was to just enjoy my art and enjoy making and creating even through the ups and downs, which there's been a lot of ups and there's been a lot of downs this year as well. But I'm going to talk first about maybe why I had started the channel, some more details, and how I've grown since starting the channel. So I initially started the channel, like I said at the beginning of my little tagline, because I wanted to discover more of myself as an illustrator. At the time that I had started the channel, which was last year, November, I think, a few months earlier, I had left a job that I really hated, that I did not do very well at. And it was a job that I thought was my dream job. I knew it wasn't, but I thought it was that dream job for now kind of thing. Well, it ended up going very badly, actually. And I was really sad. And when I was crying about it and just spending time with myself, I was reflecting over the things that I really wanted. And of course I want a stable job and a salary and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get one right now. But when I really asked myself what I wanted and what that kind of looked like, it was actually, it started to align more with drawing what I wanted to draw and finding my style that I knew was going to be geared towards anime and the artists that I've followed for years, for so long, that I've admired and that I've wanted to be that have their own Instagram and YouTubes and Patreons and all that cool stuff. I've always wanted to do that, but for a long time my skills just weren't there. And at the same time, I had gone through a lot of self-discovery through college that I think was required for me to even get to this beginner stage right now of discovering myself once again, but in a different light, in a different way. So that's why I had started the channel, and I kind of wanted to be a visual diary at first, where I was just kind of mapping out how I felt every day. But then I realized really quickly that that got me comfortable with making videos, but it didn't. I didn't feel like it. I got to a point when I was making videos where I was I just want to focus on the art part, and if I'm having a bad day, just take that day off and not make a video. Not because I don't want to show you that part of me, it's just sometimes you have a few bad days in a row, and it's that's no fun having to make videos if you're not feeling it in that moment. So I like transparency, but I also realized I kind of want to look at my channel and see the videos that are posted and find that inspiration when I am feeling bad to be ooh, but I was feeling good on this day and I made this video, and even if I'm feeling bad today, maybe I could make a video. If I'm not, then obviously I take the break and I don't. But yeah, I had kind of shifted gears at that point and had decided, instead of my channel, what I had originally created, being to, I think I think at first it was just like to see, like just to draw every day and see how I was feeling. And then it changed into, actually, I want to find my style. And I don't care if I post like ugly drawings or the style changes or whatever. I just want to do that. And I like, something I learned this year through YouTube, by doing YouTube, is that you don't have to know what you want to do when you start. And I know that sounds really crazy because you're like, well, how am I going to get the subs? And how am I going to get famous? And how am I going to enjoy myself if I don't know what I'm doing? But really, there's things that go into making a video that take time to learn. It's not because it's hard. It's incredibly easy, actually. If I had more time and I wasn't worried about like bills and stuff, I think I would just do this all the time because of how fun it is. But I realized at that time, kind of experimenting, making videos and making it a visual diary at first had helped me gain the confidence I needed to make a PNG tuber in the first place. I actually started off this year in January, I think, is when I had designed my PNG tuber, because I'd seen, I hate saying this word over and over again, PNG tuber. I had seen other PNG tubers a while ago, so it was always on my list to do at some point. And I had gotten this like insatiable urge to draw one and just figure it out. And a lot of the stuff that was holding me back from doing it was, I was like, I don't know how to do it, you know? I think for anybody, not knowing how to do something is the hardest part of anything, is starting something that you don't know how to do. The thing that got me through figuring it out, because I watched a lot of videos, and it was annoying, and it was sometimes irritating, because I'd get far on it, and then I'd run into another troubleshooting problem, and I'd get mad again. But the thing that got me through making my PNG tuber was that I was just so excited about it. I was so excited about it that I wasn't even worrying about how it was going to look, how good it was, if people were going to like it, if I was going to get views. I wasn't like worried about that. I just wanted to make it so bad, viscerally, and see it come to life the way that I had imagined it, the best that I could in my brain. Because honestly, when I draw stuff, I do not know what it's going to look like at the beginning. But anyways, I also said, I kind of wrote down like a little bullet point list so I don't get off tangents like I usually do. But I also wanted to talk about how I've grown as a YouTuber in multiple senses, which I guess we were kind of already on that topic. You know, I made my PNG tuber, figured out ViaDoTube, made different expressions. I'll put them here in case you guys are interested in what they look like. I also like focused on my social media as well. Now, have I been like super good at it? Not necessarily, but I have been focusing on like a posting pattern, and it has helped me with engagement. I also really honed in on my skills. I'd say out of everything on YouTube this year, that was the thing I improved upon the most, was my skills. When I had started off my YouTube channel, I didn't even know what I wanted to draw, and I felt a little torn in multiple places, like multiple areas, and I realized that you're allowed to have lots of interests. I think it's just starting somewhere consistently, like being like, okay, do you like to render or do you like to cel shade? And even though I was so bad at rendering, I told myself there's been a few times I've rendered to a degree that I think is good, and I would like to continue that even if I think I'm really bad right now. So I just had to kind of like locked in and decided that on my future drawings I was going to try to render as much as I could, because you know there's like a spectrum to it all, and I watched videos on how to render certain things better. Some of the best advice I can give about improving your skills as an illustrator is focusing on one thing at a time, because it's very easy to get discouraged when you try fixing everything. Like if you made a drawing, let's say it was of this cowgirl, and you're like, I want the hair to look flowy, I don't know how to draw flowy hair, I want the clothes to look like they're sitting on her and not attached to her, I want her pose to look dynamic, blah blah blah, and you try to do that all from the beginning, you are going to burn yourself out. It's not even because you can't do it or that you don't even have the skill set. You actually do have the skill set, is something I've learned about myself, is you have the skill set to learn something quicker. But if you are focusing on multiple things at once, you're it's a waste of time and energy and effort. So every drawing, literally for the last year, I have made a purpose that every time I draw, I'm focusing on one thing to try to perfect as much as possible. Most of the time, it'd be back to back. So with each drawing, I would say, I'm focusing on this pose. And for like the next 3 drawings, every time I started the drawing, I was like, this pose has got to hit. It's got to look nice before I move on to the next thing. At one point, it was anime eyes, finding anime eyes that I preferred more than what I had been drawing. Another point was having like better hair, so it kind of looked like it was sitting on the head, not attached to the head. And I would set these intentions before I'd start drawing, and I'd say like I want this part to look better. And I kind of felt like I was gathering these new tools every time I'd successfully do that consistently. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better at hair. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better at like hands and things like that. So I think out of everything that I've done for my YouTube channel this year, just me focusing on developing my skills more, I feel like I've done the best out of everything. But I am like really proud of, like, I made this overlay, which is the frame that like cuts off the rest of the iPad. I made this overlay and I put it into OBS. I made this PNG tuber talking. I've figured out how to go live on YouTube as well as Twitch. Oh yeah, I made my own Twitch this year, and I got to stream some of my favorite video games with my friends. I did some drawing live streams, which I never thought I would do before. Another thing that I got to do this year was commissions. So I've never done commissions, and I've always wanted to, but I never felt like I could follow through or that they'd like what I made them. And this year I decided, I think I had done my first one like at the end of last year, but whatever. I really dived into it this year. I didn't do a lot, guys. I did like less than 5 on my hand, but I did them, got paid for them. It was really cool, and I would like to do more commissions because now I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm not afraid of like disappointing someone or not giving them something that they want. Like, I know I'm capable of being able to do that. So the last thing I will say that has grown about my YouTube channel that I'm super happy about and proud of is the amount of subs that I've gotten. I started out my YouTube channel, obviously with no subs. It kind of felt fun, like I was this ghost writer. Like, no, I mean, my face was being shown at the beginning, so I wasn't a ghost writer, but I'm saying like nobody was watching my videos, so I was just kind of like, well, if I look dumb, like at least I have privacy to look dumb. And on my first video, I think I got my first subscriber or my first comment. I'd have to look back. But by my second video, I got either the comment or the subscriber. So within the first 2 videos I made, I had gotten 1 subscriber. Shout out to Rice Demon, by the way. And then I got my first comment. I don't know which order that came in. Or like my first like or something. And I was like super happy. I was like, whoa. I mean, I don't know why you liked the video or subscribed, but thank you. Because I was just starting out. I didn't even have any art, dude. Then a few, like, I think it was like 2 weeks later. No, it was a little bit more than that, actually. It was like maybe a month I'd gotten 50 subscribers. I was like, holy crap. If I'm talking about my goals in general, I never even thought I'd hit 10 subscribers. 50 subscribers felt like the year goal. And 100 subscribers felt like if the year went well. I was like, wow, that's crazy that I get 100 subscribers, When I hit 500 subscribers, I was like, what? Why? I was just speechless. Like, every time I was getting more subscribers, I really didn't know what to say because I was so happy and so grateful that people were subscribing in the first place when my channel is so small. And I mean, I just talk about what I've been drawing all day. Like, I'm not that good of a teacher. I don't have a whole lot organized to offer yet because I'm starting off like really small, So I really, really am so grateful for all the people that have subscribed. I think we're at 2,038 right now, which is crazy, and I'm trying to post more regularly. I promise you guys that if I had a consistent, well-paying job, that I would never like miss a video on here. Like if I want to like be honest and talk about the struggles so far of being on YouTube, it's not anything to do with the fact that I don't like YouTube. I have loved making videos so much, meeting people, drawing things for them. I've had people draw me, and I've been able to collaborate with another YouTuber and draw them. It has been so much fun. The real struggle is the fact that it's been so much fun, and I haven't been able to just focus on it because I've been actively looking for a design job, you know. And it's already November. I graduated a while ago. But I know actively this whole last year I've been applying like crazy. Not that I didn't the other years, but I'm saying like this year, you know, basically what I'm saying is I've been graduated for almost 3 years. And I've gotten one job that I worked at, didn't like it. And then I got a job this year. And I said no to it, which was my last video because I still didn't feel like it was where I needed to be. So when it comes to the biggest obstacles with YouTube, it's been that I haven't really had the energy or I'm sure I've had the time, but the energy has not really been there to make videos because of the fact that I'm trying to find a job to be able to financially support myself so that I can keep doing YouTube, because I would love to do this forever. I'd love to draw people's OCs forever, and that's just all I do for the rest of my life. I think that sounds amazing. I feel like I've also struggled with perfectionism when it comes to the YouTube channel. It's like, I don't think inspiration is something that just strikes you and then you have to like, you know, adhere to it. I think inspiration is a like utilized muscle, because I've noticed myself that when I practice being inspired, I want to draw more. When I actively pay attention to things that make me feel excited, I actively want to draw more, and it's not hard to come up with ideas anymore as it was maybe a few years ago for me, when I was like in the middle of college. So, but it's been kind of hard with perfectionism because I think there's a level of drawing that I want to bring to the table every time I make a video. And as you guys have seen in my videos, like I've struggled throughout the year just keeping up morale sometimes because of real world crap. And I like feel ashamed sometimes, and I feel sad saying that, but that is the truth. And I think it's hard when you see people on social media that are like doing really well all the time, or at least it appears to be. And I want everyone to be doing well all the time. That's not what I'm trying to say. I mean that like not doing well is also a thing that happens because there are real life problems and so on and so forth. So other than that, not that I'm trying to make this like a crying fest or anything like that, because I know everybody's going through something just like I am, but those have been the struggles when it comes to YouTube, because I've been liking it so much and I want to be here so much that, you know, until some things in my life kind of get figured out, this is kind of on the back burner, or like just kind of gets done when I can. Sorry if you hear my cat, he's like pawing at my door because he wants to come in here, but he's not allowed in here because he knocks things over and he meows when I'm making a video. Both of them do. So just try to ignore the shuffling at the bottom of my door right now. And then I also wanted to talk about, I talk about like plans for the channel and moving forward and what I would like to see for the channel. I want to see more art, obviously, from me, because I've been really happy with how my skills have been growing. I guess a good thing to say is, okay, I've been here for a year. What are my plans for the next year? Is kind of what I'm saying for what we plan on moving forward with the channel. I'm really happy with how much it's grown this year. Very surprised. Did not think it would grow this much, so thank you everybody for that. Number 2, I'm very, very satisfied with how my illustration skills have grown. So I'm excited to see where they'll be in a year, because when I look at this drawing, I'm incredibly proud of it, and I wonder what kind of things I'll be making by this time next year. Although it can totally wait to come because time is moving too quickly. I also want the channel to grow. I want to be doing lives more consistently. I'm hoping by next year I'll have monetized YouTube in some way that could bring value to my subscribers. Like maybe they want to see my process, maybe they want like, you know, coaching or like little sessions, Q&As. I'm not exactly sure how I'd monetize the channel because I definitely want to stay true to myself and monetize it in a way that I feel like benefits my subscribers just as much, you know? And I have my favorite artists that I follow, and I like buy their courses and I learn from them because it is valuable and I like what they're teaching. So that's kind of what I want myself to be like at some point. I also want to try to become more active with my subscribers and stuff like that. I, you know, comment. I reply to every comment. I always let you guys know, you know, thank you for commenting, and I really love seeing it too. But I think it's really cool when creators have like a really fun relationship with their subscribers, and obviously I'd love to do a giveaway at some point like I've been talking about. So yeah, I think just discovering more of myself as we continue with the channel growing. I'm sure the channel will grow alongside it, and I'm excited to see what happens. I would love if I could get into some sort of PNG tuber business where I could start selling them, seeing if anybody's interested in them. I do have, if you look at the bottom of the screen, that little face on the right where it says Elfbuggin and he kind of looks like he's smiling with his tongue out or something, or it's a nose or something. That's VGen, which is a place you can go to get commissions from artists. So if you are interested in a commission from me, you can go to VGen, or if you want to, you can message me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, and I can tell you more about my commissions. But let me zoom out so you guys can kind of see her skirt for a moment here. Look at the skirt. I wish I would have made it wider though. I don't know. It's fine. Whenever you finish a drawing, like you're always gonna like hate a certain section of it. I'm gonna zoom in because it's really cute like this. Yeah. So that's kind of a lot of the things that I experienced with being on YouTube for a year. I also want to start having like some more tailored videos, which I've tried doing with my last video. So if you guys have any questions or things you'd want to ask about starting your own YouTube channel, like please feel free to comment below. I'm thinking about making a video about what I would do now after starting my YouTube channel. Like, what are the 3 things that I would do different after starting my YouTube channel now, you know? So that you guys could get some good advice from it. But if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, I will try to get around to making one of those videos. But I still like to hear what you guys are interested in me talking about. So, yeah, thank you so much for coming to today's video. Thank you so much for just watching it, liking it, subscribing, whatever you've done in the past and whatever you're doing now. Thank you so much for your support. It has truly changed me as a person, and I'm forever grateful for all of you guys. So I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one.